That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
What's up, guys? That's dope. How y'all doing? Surprise, it's me and it's Saturday, bitches. Yeah, we don't usually hang out on Saturdays. It is 1 p.m. here, and I had a lot of people hitting me up saying, what do you think about the market? What's going on? I'm depressed. Had people DMing me about, very negative thoughts in their heads, and I thought that maybe this would be a good time for us to get together, put things in perspective, talk a little bit, and then go about our weekends and reconvene on Monday. I guess subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I'm supposed to say that at the beginning of every single one. So here you go, guys. I know the market has continued to dump relentlessly, just absolutely pounding our faces repeatedly. And it's never fun when it's happening. Never fun when it's happening at all. But guys, we've been here before. It's like we weren't here 5 months ago, right? Do you guys remember May to September? That was bad. That was real bad, right? You guys were there. I was there. You were there. My portfolio at that point drew down like, 75% from top to bottom and then went to new highs. Probably almost a comparable drawdown now, but making a higher low. And that's how you have to view investing in crypto if you're going to be here. You want your portfolio to continue making higher lows each time. Now, a lot of people keep asking me if they think that we're going through like a crypto winter, like 2018, 19, 20 into 20. No, I don't think so. Could be wrong, but it's not the same, right? And just because you have PTSD about a bad time before doesn't mean it's going to be the same kind of bad time now, right? Because I don't know if you remember, but we've basically just done like a big chunk of a entire like crypto winter in like 3 days, really in a month, right? But I mean, Bitcoin's already down 50% from the top. Yeah, I could go down like 80%. Sure. Anything's possible. But like we did that in 2 months, And there's a lot of altcoins that are already down 80, 90 something percent, right? I'm looking at your comp. Why isn't Chainlink pumping? The sign of the apocalypse was when Chainlink did pump, if you guys remember. Like a week or two ago, Chainlink pumped and then everything died, kind of a thing. What makes it different? 2017, there was no real money in this market. It was purely retail speculation. Institutions were not here, no matter what we tell you. There were no solutions for institutions to even join. I pound on this every single day. It's almost inconceivable how much money is pouring into crypto right now, right? Every single day, it's like another $1 billion fund, $2 billion fund, $1.5 billion fund, a little $800 million fund of people investing their money in crypto. This time, we also have billionaires invested in crypto. We have countries investing in crypto. We have companies investing in crypto. Last time, we just had you, me, and our friends who were dumb enough to listen to us talk about changing the world. Because at that time, we weren't ready, right? So it was definitely different. Tag hanging out of your hat is driving me crazy. I love you, though. My bad. Funny thing is, guys, I don't wear a hat in the real world. And I certainly don't wear a hat backwards in the real world. But if I wear it forwards, there's weird shadows and you can't see my face. So just for these streams, throw my hat on backwards. Not a thing I do in the real world. Oh, there's a scammer over here doing some scamming. Hold up. What did someone say? Why is price going down if there's a lot of investments? They're two very different things. Investing massively in the companies that are building things in this space has nothing to do with whales selling their Bitcoin. I'm always astounded. So I shouldn't be surprised, but I still find it surprising almost every single time how many coins whales have and how low they're willing to sell them, right? Like they could have sold all of this. Seemingly they can't really, but you would think you'd be like, they could have sold at 69,000, 65. They have so many coins that it's still massively profitable for them to still be selling at 34,000. And of course, remember, they're also the ones who are going to be buying whenever they create the bottom, right? You still holding coin or dollar cost averaging? Yeah, I bought more Coinbase stock yesterday. Riding the pain train on that one. Yes, but I'm still holding it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at your comments over here. So yeah, why is Bitcoin falling in line with stock market moves? I'm just going to answer a bunch of questions here. All right, just answer a bunch of questions. Because when everything goes risk off, things go down together. We saw it in March 2020. But what nobody talks about is that Bitcoin went up 17 times from March 2020 and the stock market doubled, right? Everyone loves to scream correlation when things are going down, but they ignore the rest of the time. Sure, you could say the equity market and Bitcoin have been somewhat correlated over the past few weeks. But then why today do we have massive volume on Bitcoin when the stock market is closed, having a continued sell-off? That's not in lockstep, right? But B, more importantly, are stocks and crypto correlated? I still say no, not really. Risk off, yes, temporarily correlated. Is that what's important? Or is it the fact that they've turned off the money printer and everything is correlated to the free money coming into the system? That's your more likely answer, right? The party ends when they actually start to deal with inflation and stop printing endless money for everybody to go buy stuff, right? Kind of like I used to talk about this a lot before. Like assets are not necessarily correlated to each other. They can often be inversely correlated to something else, like the dollar. You know, like stocks and gold are not correlated, but both of them will react when the dollar goes up or goes down. If that makes any sense to you guys. If you want a narrative, it's certainly the Fed and money printing, right? Bitcoin has only existed in an era of historic money printing, you know, which started in 2008, Bitcoin in 2008-9, depending on when you peg it, right? And that money printer has gone up and down, but it's never turned off, and it's not turning off now. That's the most important thing to remember here. Do you think that if the stock market dumps 30% right now, that they're going to really keep raising rates? Yeah, no. I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. I'm looking at you. Got a lot of comments over here. Are you still holding your SOL that you bought at 120? What's a good price point to DCA? Here, oh, look. Yeah, I literally bought it like yesterday. Yeah, I bought it at 116, 117. But then I have bids here and I have bids here. $82.58, as I said. Guys, if you buy something, I literally said I'm buying Solana because I've been looking for an entry. I believe it'll go back to the highs and I'm willing to hold it for years. It's not a trade. If you say you're investing in something, you don't dump it a day later. Right? Oh, she's not sure she understands. My watch. She's not sure she understands. She just jumped in there with that. Right? So, and yeah, of course I'm holding it. Of course I'm holding it. I think it'll be $260 again one day. And it could be at the bottom. I have no idea. Sorry. So many questions. Yeah. Would you short some of the crap coins that are still overpriced? Good luck figuring out what those are. Like, that's the hard part right now, is knowing what SOL goes down every other day. So do stocks, Bitcoin, and every other coin. Sure. SOL is going under 65. That's why I have this line right here at $58. I bid the hell out of that. I would definitely buy that. We are heading to 30K. I don't know, but I mean, it's right there. We do 10% a day. That's like 12% away or something. Sure, we could be. Did I not add that to the stream when I was talking about that? That was Solana anyways. If I didn't add it, I think I did. Bitcoin, let's take a look. Looks bad, right? So we talked about this multiple occasions, right? I view this as multiple ranges. 69 to kind of 53, right? See here, we had this high, these lows, lower high, and then we broke up, right? Broke 53K. That to me was the renewed bull market after the dump down to 60. I mean, we had actually above 42 kind of was retest. When we lost 53K, that's when I said, guys, I hate the terms bear and bull market because they're so dependent on your time frame. we're in a macro bull market always, right? I mean, everything goes up with time. But to me, that was when, and maybe I should have been able to call it earlier. There were people who were calling 69K as the top, but they were also calling 42K as the top and 20K as the top and 15K as the top, right? It's kind of like a broken clock that's right twice a day. If you keep calling tops and then one of them is eventually the top and you say, I called the top, you're not really a genius, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But breaking down 53K to me, I said it that day. I said, the bull market's over for now. Like this local bull market's over and it's only gotten worse. Can we go to 30? Sure. Like I said, I'll have to find the tweet. But this was like the day after. I keep showing this. This was my view, and I'm not going to change it just because we're here. Let me see. All right. My general view. Above 53K again resumes a bullish case. Below 42K puts 28K back in play. Everything between is ranging chop that will drive traders into a panic. That happened. People will be extremely bullish at 53K. We got to 52. They were extremely bullish and bearish at 42 if either is reached. They were bearish and they were right. Okay, so I'll give you that credit right there. Going back to that chart, these are the ranges, right, between each black line. So now we're right in the middle of this range between basically 42 and 28. So visiting 28, no big deal. You know what else at this point wouldn't be a surprise, even though I would hate it? 20, right? Why? Because that was the all-time high in December. I don't think we're going there, by the way. Don't panic. I'm just saying, if you get 28, that breaks, then you look at 20. Kind of like when we were at 53, I said if 42 breaks, we can look at 28. Get here, look. Why? Because 200 MA is coming up. That hasn't been visited since 2020 in March. And we never, ever, ever in history retested the previous all-time high. Broke right through it. I'm not saying we will. I don't think we will, to be quite honest. But like that would be the most epic retest of all time, right? Come down here. By the way, it would take like that, and then back up. Good news, it always goes back up. Always goes back up. So yeah, 20K is not definite, but the risk is there. Yeah, you have to be aware of it. And like, if there's one thing you should take away from all of this is that anything's possible, right? I don't think like 0 is possible or 3K or 6K again, but like all of these things, if you look at a chart, possible. Also, more important to remember, charts don't mean that much. Charts don't mean that much at all. And I've told you guys this a million times. They're good risk management tools, a good reason to set a stop loss and take profit. But if you're putting too much faith in charts, this market is going to go up or down based on when the whales basically decide it's going to go up or down. When they realize there's been enough pain, that's what will happen. How about 10K? I really don't see it. Really don't see it. Where's 10 on here? Nah, I don't really see that. Possible. Sure. Why not? Yep. This is one of my favorites. Crypto is one of the only places where everyone runs out of the store screaming and not buying anything on a 50% off sale. Weird. Yep. Like I said, you'll buy moldy bread, pants that don't fit. Just go out with your shins like completely showing. You're like, those pants are 4 inches too small, but bro, I got them for like 37% off. Yeah. Yeah. We watched the first episode of Ozark last night. It was great. Show is great. Other people are asking, yeah. So like I've had 4 leverage positions in the past few months. First 3 were successful. Last night I went long and stopped out like 17 minutes later. Yeah, happens for those asking. We could still close above 40K and be bullish by weekly close. Listen, anything is literally possible. Look at, that's a dumb line. Didn't mean to draw that. Yeah, look, it looks super unlikely. Super unlikely, but what if this candle closed above 39,600? Yeah. Think about that. Well, it probably won't happen. But look, last week we had this beautiful weekly candle. We were like, looks bullish, but I said 100 times, you need confirmation. It needs to go up afterwards, right? We had a bullish candle right here too. We continued to dump. But yeah, let's do this. If you're looking at supply and demand, Where's the last time that price pumped out of massively without really coming back to retest? Oh no, right there. Where will we have the exact same kind of pressure if we go up? Where are there leftover orders behind on both sides? There. I don't know. Obviously, ain't going to be a party when we ain't going to be a picnic if we get back up here. That'll be hard, right? These are the areas that there's demand left. And if you lose this one, you can call it all the way down to 28. Look how easily we rose. People forget how fast this rise was from 20 to 42. 4 weeks, doubled, right? So you don't really have any support until back down here at 20 because of that previous all-time high. Kind of talked about this with altcoins. I haven't even looked at like Doge and SHIB, but like they've got nothing but clear skies below last I checked. Right, there you go. I've been saying Doge to 8 cents for, I don't know, since July. I'm not saying it'll definitely get there, but like, look, when you pump that hard, there's no orders left over. Charts show you where people had their orders. Nobody left buy orders here. They all FOMO'd in and bought higher. Right? I don't know what SHIB looks like. I haven't looked at these charts. I haven't been looking at altcoin charts because why? Yeah, like now entering gaping hole of doom territory down to 933 here. Right? I guess you could say, hey, look, it's in the wedge, guys. Not really. Right? That doesn't matter anymore because you've retraced way too far. It's a huge hole. Huge hole. No orders left. So you expect to continue dropping through all that. I'm still holding all my coins and seeing my balance drop daily. Would it be wise to sell and buy later, or should I keep holding? I mean, nobody can give you that financial advice, but let me give you a very brief tutorial on trading crypto and anything else. This is when you sell. See? Sell on the way up. Always. You don't know where the top is. This is where you buy if you're smart. And then you also, out of that, you end up with 2 footballs. Right? But what do people do? What do people actually do? Right? New paradigm. This is amazing. Party of the year. Euphoria. Buy the top. Right? Oh my God. I can't believe how much money I'm losing. It's going to go to 0. Sell near the bottom. Right? Right? If you didn't sell already, I'm not saying it can't continue to go down. You make your own decisions. It depends completely on why you invested. Why did you buy these things? Did you buy them because you thought you'd get rich quick? If so, then you should have sold at the first hint of danger. If you bought them because you believe in them and wanted to hold them for a few years, you should be buying, not selling. Yeah. Scotty, when you're bearish yourself, why are you being bullish? Because I'm an investor first. Does anyone here, and I would love to hear you give me an answer. Does anyone here think that Bitcoin has topped forever? Does anyone here think that Bitcoin will never go above 69,000 again? Go ahead, answer. No. Okay, so would you rather? Okay, there's an ad. Yes, then you have your answer. But if you really believe no, would you rather buy now or at 65,000 or at 50? And even if it goes to 20 and you still believe it's going to be above 69, will you care that you bought now? I don't know. I don't short Bitcoin. I've shorted stocks a lot. I used to short Bitcoin. I shorted Bitcoin when I didn't care about Bitcoin in 2018. But my goal is to accumulate more Bitcoin. I'll just buy it and wait. You know, as a trader, sure, there's times to short it, but like I can't remotely make enough money shorting to even put a dent in my long-term portfolio. Yeah, it will drop to $350,000 one day, very likely. Right. So guys, it's all about your perception, right? If you've literally had it and you need the money and you're afraid it's going to go down and you sell, I can't judge you for your financial situation. But like, we're way down. You had a chance to sell when it was euphoric, and you always ladder your take profits and ladder your buys. Buying on the way down and selling on the way up. What would Saylor do? Well, we know he would buy, but Saylor's, I don't know what his average price in, but he's got to be very close to underwater now. Very close to underwater. Right? Right? It has to be. Anyways, let's keep looking at it. Where's Bitcoin now? 34,658. Not a price I was looking for, but let's look at this. Oversold on the daily. We're at 20. May, we only hit 22. March of 2020 was the lowest it ever basically got, and that was around 15. I don't know how low this will go, but we're going to get a bounce, right? We're going to get a bounce at some point. I mean, 12-hour below 20, 6-hour below 20, 4-hour about 20, 19. This is like massively oversold. It's trading room. I pulled up a few threads I saw on Twitter today that I thought were particularly good. Yeah. Here you go. Oversold conditions. I just thought this was good. The entire market is oversold across all major time frames. That doesn't mean we will do a V-shaped recovery. Correct. At best, we will get 23.6 to 38.2 fib bounce for some of the major coins, a potential 61.8, 78.x for trending coins for past few weeks thread. The idea being that the strongest coins will bounce massively up. What do you mean I've lost my mojo? It's Saturday, bro. What do you want? Jokes? People are sad, man. What time do you go to the dentist, buddy? What time do you go to the dentist? You go to the dentist at 2:30. 2:30. Does that help you think? Does that make you think better of me? The entire market's oversold. So basically, the idea here is that if you're going to buy things and play the trade, you buy the ones that have been the strongest. I don't know, FTM, Near, Solana, AVAX, layer ones, right? That's the idea here. You guys should go read this. Just go read the thread. Trading Room app. He's awesome. Trading Room app, APP, right? And some perspective from Crypto Ferris. The peak move down analysis. Only 4 altcoins didn't lose 50% of their value yet. Wow. 30% of alts lost more than 80% from their peak already. Some alts are down more than 90% already. The median drop of altcoins right now is 69%. Big pain. Big pain, right? Now, of course, the difference between being down 90% and 99% on the recovery side is like 11 times. Big deal. Every percent matters. But here you go. And this is also really interesting. Newcomers must know this. If you're not around during the last crypto cycle, here are examples of top coins performance in 2018, 2019. Remember, almost all of these came back for massive new highs. Bitcoin 84, Ethereum 94%. Ethereum went from $1,400 to $80. I bought it at $82 again. Litecoin down 95. ADA was down 98%. Link was down 88. BNB was down 90%. BNB rose back up to $700, right? As much as it feels like this shit can't go back up, it can go up massively and it can go up fast. I'm telling you, in October, my portfolio that was down probably 70%, crypto portfolio was down 70%, 4x'd in October, in a month, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but like it kind of feels like October was the only good month that we've had since May. And it was enough for my portfolio to be larger than it was in May, right? So not you guys got to look at these numbers. So yeah, maybe we go down more, but unless you think this is literally completely dead and nobody in their right mind thinks that, guys, there's so much money coming into crypto. So much money coming into crypto. There are countries in crypto. They're institutions in crypto. It really, I know the most dangerous words in investing are this time it's different, but it's literally a different asset class than it was. Buy when others are fearful. It's exactly right. Exactly right. Let's take a look at the stock market. Scary shit, right? Scary shit. Why? But this is what's crazy about this. First of all, this is like, I think the QQQ this is not it, but was the most oversold it's been like in like 4 years. So there's only been like one time in the last 2 years SPX has looked anything like this. That was obviously March 2020 from an RSI perspective. But like, oh, did I just erase the MAs? I did. Here's the 200 MA on SPX. Right? Hadn't even been sniffed since June of 2020. Went below in March 2020, broke back above in May 2020, and never looked back. That's how long it's been since we've had this sort of reversion to the mean. Right? It broke. Doesn't mean it won't bounce. Look, it broke here too. Broke here too, bounced, broke here, bounced. Broke here, bounced, broke again. Right? But yeah, if the entire world is selling everything, of course, they're also selling their Bitcoin. But there will be relief. What blows my mind is the narrative is that everybody's selling because of rate hikes that haven't even happened yet, that everybody knows are going to happen, are always priced in, right? We've known about that since back here. So I don't really understand why it's happening now. But humans are funny, funny, funny people.
Oh, no. We suck again.
Yeah, my stock portfolio sucks horribly, right? If you're in tech, we all are, right? Because Bitcoin is kind of like investing in tech stocks. If you're in tech, you've gotten probably slaughtered of late, right? Just consider everything on sale. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometime. Yeah. Anybody in the market for a used Lambo? You got one? The good thing is, like, for all the people who bought watches and exotic cars with their crypto money thinking that nothing would ever go down, the watches and cars have actually appreciated. So that's good. The watches and cars have actually appreciated. I bought Amazon yesterday. I buy Amazon all the time. It's my favorite thing. Basically my favorite activity outside of crypto. I was like, dang, I kind of want Amazon under 3,000. This is a key support. Just like Solana, if Amazon falls back down to 2,000, I'm going to buy a lot of Amazon. And I'm not going to be unhappy that I bought it at 3,000 because it's the best company in the world. And there's going to be a time, consider a few things. That's just like zooming out. All right. What happens if the stock market completely crashes now? Right? What happens, let's say, to, I don't know, the politicians who are in office right now? Think they get reelected in midterms? Probably not. So probably against their better interest to let the stock market completely collapse, right? What if stocks drop another 10% this week? You think they're going to still be like, yeah, we need 5 rate hikes? Or you think they'll go, economy looks weak, we have to change our perception and start printing money again? Right? Think about that. Think about it. I don't think that they're going to let the market completely collapse. If it does drop, it will do so probably in an orderly manner, right? Apple is not better than Amazon. Apple, Mark Yusko talks about this all the time. I'm an Apple investor, by the way. I am using like 17 Apple products but doing this live stream right now. But Apple's not a better company than Amazon. Apple is really good at buying back their stock because they have a huge amount of cash and making it look like they're making a ton of money. But Apple has not increased their actual earnings and sales in like a decade. It's like 10 years ago, Apple made the same amount of money as they do now. Apple is a bigger company. It's an impressive company, but it's not a better company. Not a better company. It's factually incorrect, right? So you say Apple's way better than Amazon too. Yeah. Look at what you guys saying here. What do we got here? Not for Republicans. Yeah, be good for them. Be good for them. Sure. I own Apple too. I own a lot of Apple. I love it. It's great. Virtual hugs. Virtual hugs guys. Right. I mean, to me, I still buy Apple too. Right. Yeah, everything's appreciated exactly to an inflated dollar. If the denominator changes, so does the value of all these stocks. Right. Let me see what else you got here. I wonder how short Nancy Pelosi is. She's not even the best trader on Wall Street. What is that? Dude, Unusual Whales. Guy's awesome. Wait. Unusual Whales. It's a site, but also, where's the Twitter? He does the politicians trading. Have you guys seen this account? This dude's awesome. Here he is. I've just released the full trading report on politicians in 2021. In short, many beat the market. They traded more than ever before, and they made numerous unusually timed trades, resulting in huge gains. Nancy Pelosi is actually 6th, and the 5 above her are Republicans. And I'm not saying this has anything to do with politics. It doesn't. It's just politicians doing politician shit. I just think it's funny everyone talks about her because she's a big name, but she's not even crushing it the hardest. This dude, Austin Scott, that dude's slaying. Yeah, Pelosi's one of the most notorious inside traders because they caught her and they know she's doing it and she's gratuitous, but they're all doing it. Come on, guys. Anyways, I've not invested in any Brazilian stocks. Apple is a better brand. I think that's absolutely accurate. Will Bitcoin go back up? I love questions like this. I don't know if it'll go up today, but it'll certainly go back up. The funny thing about trading, right, is like the mentality. It's like, yo, I really hope 42K doesn't break, bro. I can't imagine if 42K broke. And then like 2 days later, you're like, damn, I would like give a kidney for 42K. Right? Like what was a nightmare price like a week ago, it becomes like you're like the wet dream. You know? I've not invested in any Brazilian wax either. You're funny, man. I want to have Irvin. Is that even your face? Or you just like, I feel like you're the kind of guy who like took someone else's LinkedIn profile and put it here just because you think it would be funny. Yeah, you're funny. That guy's funny. Yeah, she's been doing it the longest, and her husband has a company specifically for it. Corruption, breach, corruption. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, Irvin's just a funny dude. Yeah. Right. Apple's a better stock than Amazon. I'll give you that. They know how to prop their stock up better. Ramen Wolf. Yeah. Ramen Wolf. That's me. Bitcoin is going to be shitcoin. You guys, I love these comments. They're fun. That's not even you, right? You literally stole someone's LinkedIn profile and you're like, this guy looks like an Irvin. Yeah, it does look like an Irvin too. Now you think about it. What about MicroStrategy? I would say, listen, I interviewed Michael Saylor twice. If you haven't heard it, you can listen to the second podcast because I was literally like, so bro, what happens if Bitcoin gets smashed? And he was like, he basically explained how he could reconfigure his debt. Bitcoin could go down to like 10, 5,000 and it wouldn't matter, but it's bad for their stock. You can see it. I mean, let's look. MicroStrategy, he openly says like, I'm not going to, not going to sell it ever, right? No, that's Microsoft. What am I doing here? What is MSTR? Brain functioning not good. I defaulted to Microsoft. Yeah, it looks pretty bad, but this is where he bought Bitcoin. Still pretty good. Still a 3x as a result of that decision on a company that stock had effectively not moved since 2017. Right? Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Not great, but pretty good when you consider where they'd been trading for all that time. But MicroStrategy is kind of a Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin does bad. MicroStrategy probably not going to do great. But hey, this is coming into a bid right here. This whole area right here from 277 to 358, that's the last line of defense down to 200s. Kind of looks like it could be like a big ass descending wedge, but we don't have the support yet. Right? Like if it bottomed there, it would be something like that. But if it comes down and makes a huge flag like that, come down to the 200 MA. Something like that. What do we got? Wow, I missed a lot over here. Do you believe in lengthening cycles? I don't believe in cycles so much anymore. You know, goes up, goes down, whatever. What are your thoughts on bear bull cycles moving forward with institutional money flowing in? Can we form a reasonable opinion that bear cycles grow shorter? I think so. Like I said, I think we've like compacted like 8 months into like a few weeks here of previous bear market. If you look, like we've had so many of these 50%, 60, 70% drawdowns. And when they happen now, it's like for 2 months and then you go back up. Yeah. Well, my Chiefs beat the Bills tomorrow. Tell me, Scott. I want the Bills to win, man. It would be fun. No offense. I want the Bills to win. I believe in lengthening cycles in regards to washing clothes. Yeah, you gotta, if you wash them for like an extra 3 minutes, they get cleaner. That's true. Oh, sure. I'll look at Netflix, Victoria. My God, what a. But first, I have to address, is Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme? I'm assuming that's a joke. No, it's not a Ponzi scheme. What are we looking at? Netflix? I haven't looked at Netflix in a long time. I exited a while ago, and wow. What's crazy is I think I might have exited years years ago here, and we're there now. That's crazy. I had traded Netflix from like 80, 70, 80 bucks and sold near the highs, like 3 something, and it's back there. That's crazy. I mean, that's insane. Like, you're catching a falling knife if you try to catch it, but like, I don't think Netflix today is worth half of what it was. I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago. Yeah. I don't know. That's pretty wild right there. Well, my Bengals beat the Titans today. Sure. Yeah. Burrow's going to throw 5 touchdowns. Mixon will have a slow day. Somebody asked me who I use for a mining pool with Compass. Here you go. I used F2, I think they're called F2 mining. Yeah. LOL, Schiff calls more supply of Satoshi. Does that even count? Can you educate him, Scotty? I mean, I get his point. So this Schiff on the Twitter spaces, which, by the way, I'm going to be honest, man. Did you guys listen to the Twitter spaces with Schiff and his son and all the beloved Bitcoin kind of maxis who are my friends? I like them all. But I'm going to be honest, man. I said to Sammy, I was kind of laying there in bed last night listening to it, and I said, we sound like the crazy ones, and he sounds like the level-headed one. He sounds nuts saying it's like going to zero, all of that. But Peter Schiff's like a brilliant economist, has made billions of dollars. Like, his opinion on Bitcoin is kind of stupid, but his general macro opinion makes sense. And people were just like, kind of felt like they were screaming like reiterations of Michael Saylor arguments at him. But Bitcoin's energy, bro. Save me with that energy shit, you know? And it was pretty bad. Kind of embarrassing. A lot of people trying to scream over one another. The best part, OMG. Were you guys there? Who was there? Because you're going to know what the best part is. My God. The best part was when people were trying to raise their hand and the moderator goes, hey guys, I see a lot of you are trying to like raise your hands and get in. Maybe you haven't like updated your Twitter or something. Close Twitter, hit some update, and then come back in and I'll be able to recognize you. And then another dude, dead serious, jumps in and goes, I see you here too, Jack. That goes for you as well. They were trying to bring Jack on stage. He was in the conversation, and somebody had the audacity to try to tell Jack how to update his Twitter app to get on stage. That happened in actual real life. Some crypto dude was like, you know what? I'm going to help Jack with Twitter tech support right now. Check Bukele's Twitter. What's going on? Let me see. Naib. Wow, what did he do? Yeah, he bought some more. I knew that. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, I called it mansplaining. I guess you can't mansplain to a girl, but like, Dude, like that's our community sometimes, man. Goes for you, Jack. Jack, if you want to get on stage, bro, like maybe update your Twitter. Have you ever heard of it? Do you know what an update is? Do you know how to use your phone? Ooh. If there's so much institutional money, why is it this not providing any support? People are getting these two things conflated. They're not buying your coins on exchanges. They're investing in projects that are yet to launch. They're not buying Bitcoin. I've talked about this a lot, right? Michael Saylor doing an interview now on MM Crypto and is buying. Of course, Michael Saylor's buying. You guys should probably go listen to that shit, honestly. It's better than me. But I said this, right? Saylor bought Bitcoin September 2020. The narrative going into 2021 was about crypto was Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Who's going to buy it next? What companies are going to buy it? And then they didn't. Like at all, right? Tesla did, and then kind of nobody else did. The narrative then it switched. We all were thinking Bitcoin, everyone's going to adopt Bitcoin, and quietly like $30 billion were being poured into like Web3 investments. They're not buying your coins, but they're investing in the crypto ecosystem, the coins of the future, some of the ones that exist. Eventually, that money is going to catch up. Yeah, that's going to catch up. Sol might flip ship on the way down. Could any development in ETH2 this year have the power to reverse the market alone? No, nothing has the power to reverse the market alone except for renewed interest in the market and whales deciding it's time to go up. Oh, I appreciate you too, Kenneth guy, buddy. Really. Thank you. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. Yes. To be honest, if you're young and believe in the space, bear market's a great time to accumulate cheap. I would also argue if you're old. Am I old? 45 is kind of old, right? How can we print such dumps without hardly any volume? Easily. That means that there's no buyers, so the sellers continue to sell price down to find them, right? If there was a ton of buying interest, price wouldn't go down as easily. If the books are thin and you market sell, price goes down. People forget price doesn't go up and down on limit orders. You have to market sell or market buy for price to go. And my lips are dry, skadoosh. Don't be a skadoosh, you skadoosh. Whatever. Looking at what you guys are saying. 45 was old 30 years ago. Yeah, but I was 15 30 years ago and I was young. It was awesome. Best thing to do is say a prayer. Won't help. But that's cool. Do your thing. Those that hodl together have orgies in public together when the paradigm shift happens. I hate to tell you, dude, but that's going to be all guys and like 3 girls. Time for Emmy to shine her light on us. What's her take? Well, yesterday Emmy told us that it was going down to 20K and then Walmart was going to buy and it was going to go to 100,000. Then yesterday when I actually I'm not going to say an emotional moment. Emmy can vouch. I'm pretty like stone cold about this shit. But I walked in, I was like, God damn, this shit just keeps going down. Like, what the fuck? She looks at me because Emmy's so she doesn't really do the like, what's the word? She's not gonna like coddle you in an irrational moment. She's gonna tell you how it is. You know? She was like, just think it would go up forever. Shit's going to 20,000. I was like, damn, son. Sounds bad. That sounds bad. Let's not do that. It's like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Inflation on chapstick is wild. You can't even, there's some laying around here. You can't get Rice Krispies right now. Anybody seen that? Fucking Philadelphia cream cheese? Just not even there. It's not even there. Like it literally doesn't exist at the moment. Yeah, Emmy, right. I mean, she's like, yeah, we don't play in this house. I try to be like nice, and she tells everyone how it is all the time. It's great. It's great. It's what you need. It's what you need. Ha 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 ha. I laugh all the time, man. I'm funny. Publix doesn't have Rice Krispies right now. That's just not true. Some say I lack empathy. So we were in this, I'm going to tell this story. Can I tell the story about the symphony thing? You got to let me know before I tell the story about the symphony thing. I don't want to get in trouble or anything. I did tweet yesterday after a couple drinks that Emmy had been a model for Ed Hardy, like in the trucker hats and stuff. And the pictures are amazing, but then I chose not to share the pictures. I'm waiting for clarification that I can tell this story. She said, sure. So at Art Basel a month ago, the day after Bitcoin crashed, shit. We were at this theater to see my friends like DJ, but they were doing like this performance art DJing thing at the Frost Science Museum in Miami. So like in a IMAX theater, right? And one of the things before them was this iPhone symphony, and everybody had to take out their phone and you answered all these questions. And then depending on your mood and the questions you answered, it like played a tone, and it literally played the symphony of like hundreds of people's phones, like songs, sounded like an orchestra. It was incredible. So then he's like, I'm going to do an experiment. Everybody answer these questions and hold up your phones. It's like, who's green? I'm like, yeah, I'm green. He's like, yeah, you guys are like people pleasers and you whatever. And who's red? Another few. Who's yellow? He's like, we get less yellow, but still pretty normal, whatever. And he's like, okay, so anybody have blue? Anybody have blue? One hand. Emmy. I'm blue. The guy, he's like from Israel or something. Really? Really? She's like, yeah, blue. He's like, in all of our years of doing this, we've never seen someone hold up blue. She's like, what the fuck? Right? And everyone's like, oh, what does it mean? Like, someone who holds up blue completely lacks empathy. Right? So it's a person who has no empathy. But it's fine. It's fine. It's probably like a glitch, maybe you held up the wrong, maybe you answered a question wrong. Something, And she does have empathy, by the way. But she definitely tells it how it is. But man, it was savage. She rolled up to him afterwards like, hey, dude, I'm the blue chick. What the fuck? And he was like, nah, I was kidding. That was cool. As he slowly backed away. This is the truth. He said she was the only one who actually told the truth. And that's what he said to the crowd. He was like, we've never had someone ballsy enough to say, you know what? Deal with your fucking problems. That shit's not on me. Right? No, but really, she was the only one. And he said she's the only one who's ever told the truth on this thing. That's what it was. Oh, he said she was extremely unagreeable. Blue man, extremely unagreeable. I find her very agreeable. Yeah, Sue was blue. Yeah, that's a true story. True story. That happened a month ago. Yeah. Yeah. You're blue? How do you even know? She's not disagreeable. You're the most agreeable people I know. But yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. But yeah, she doesn't fuck around. Yeah, that's exactly right. She tells it how it is. And she's always right. It's always actually how it is. Although I'm not seeing 20,000 right now. Not seeing 20,000 right now. No, my long position is not open. I already told you all that. I updated them literally constantly on Twitter. No, I stopped out the last one. Yes, your balls are not agreeable. This is beyond crashing, this coordinated effort to destroy crypto. No, it's not. It's not. We just keep doing it. If this was the only time this had ever happened, maybe. Guys, we did this in May, June, July, August, and September. Not even a year ago. Not even 6 months ago. Not so bad. Not so bad. We've been done this. Stop, Victoria. I don't like this little club you guys have for cheering for 23, but everyone wants to buy it there. Have fun, fake Irvin, with the not real picture. Have a good day. Yeah. Ukraine, no war. Russia is negotiating. Humans are chimps. We beat our chest. War is rare. More die of flu and malaria than all wars. I haven't even been tracking the Ukraine-Russia thing because it never goes down. That's a great Right. Is that bullish for Bitcoin? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah. Just a reminder, the stock market is also eating a dump right now. Everything's dumping. Everything dumping. Where are your stink bids? Okay. I have stink bids on Solana at 82. Probably fill those. 58. I have some stink bids on ETH down around like 1800 that I doubt will fill, but would love to have fill. Bitcoin, I have bids all the way down to like 20. I still have bids in the 20s from last time we were down in the 30s. But generally, bags under eyes, take a break, bro. What, from like living? I would have to take a break from being alive to get rid of the bags under my eyes because they're genetic and have nothing to do with being tired. Yeah. Scott, what do you think of financial astrology? The same thing I think of not financial astrology. I'm going to let you guess what that is. Yeah. I don't think of it would be inaccurate. I don't think that the position of the moon determines the price of Bitcoin unless it's coordinating the menstrual cycles of all whales and they're just pissed off and selling on us all at one time. Yeah. Financial astrology. There's a few people on Twitter. You know that the girl Marin? It's where you go like the moon is in its fourth period and it's circumventing the anus of your Neptune, and Mercury is retrograding Venus's Jupiter hole. Saturn is deeply penetrating the Earth's core, which means Bitcoin will go up. Yeah. Financial Libra. Fuck is that? Marin said we'd be recovering in the second half of January. Here we are. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, it's being choked by Orion's belt. I'm not making fun of anyone or saying. I'm saying she's probably known as like the best financial astrologist on Twitter. Yeah. Here we go. So I don't even know what this says. I'm just going to read it though. So an interesting poll lately where 60% of crypto investors are brand new and have never been through a bear market like 2018. I wonder how many people here are noobs. Most. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Got a lot of new people. A lot of new Doge bag holders, right? Fear index is the worry one has when a pineapple is looking for a home. I don't even know what that means, but it's funny. You should go. I'm going to go retrograde right after this. I am a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, but I'm told that I suck at being a Scorpio. And Emmy tells me that she's a much better Scorpio. Her birthday is the day after mine. Couples at Scorpio together stay together. Yeah, Scorpio. But apparently, apparently Scorpios are not that agreeable, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's over. Sell everything. More of that, guys. More of that. More of that. The thing is, like, let's look. Like, is funding even negative? Like, funding has not been going negative. The fuck? People are still optimistic. Not a great sign. Look, we should see all of this being read. My God, what the fuck? What's wrong with everyone? Unless I was going long too. So we are seeing a massive dump in open interest. That's pretty good. Leverage is finally being pretty rinsed down to 11.8 billion from 14. Pretty big drop. Pretty big drop in open interest. If you, what 1 hour? Come on, man. Come on, son. Yeah, I mean, open interest almost down to the lows from last year. Leverage, aggregated open interest. That's what this is right here. Yeah, I mean, it really started to build going into 21, peaked 24 billion. Now we're down to, I don't know, 11-ish. So yeah, some of that leverage is finally being rinsed out of the system here, but still a lot of optimism. Funding rate, you know, if it's green, means longs are paying for the right to be long. It means there's more longs than shorts. Yeah. All the open interests are probably shorts. I don't know. I doubt it. Looks like they're maybe still going long. Where will the volume come for reversal? The same people who are selling are going to buy, guys. Same people, the whales who are selling off all their coins right now are the ones who are going to be buying all the coins at the bottom. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, it's I gotta go. I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump on here. Let me give you the moral of the story. Me to you. We've done this shit so many times, guys. Trust me, and you can believe me. I lost more money than you. You know? The peaks and valleys are massive. You never get used to it, but it's a number on paper. And if you're invested over the long term, it literally makes no difference. Like, were you really going to sell it a month ago? No. Why all of a sudden you want to sell it today? Doesn't make any sense. But all I can tell you is if you're literally having like the negative thoughts that people are tweeting at me and stuff, don't do anything stupid. It's just money and it's not gone yet. Just chill. Go get a hobby. Step away from your screen. Think about something else. Hug a puppy. Hug a puppy. Hug a puppy. There are more important things than money, and the money ain't gone. It will come back. It always has. This will not be probably the one time in history that it dies and goes to zero. I asked you guys a question. Do you think that it's going to go up again? Do you think it will trade higher than this? Do you think 69K was the top forever? Literally everybody said no, except for like one dude who is just not a happy person, which is fine. Right? So switch your emotional focus here. Think about this as an opportunity. Step away from the screens. Because guys, listen, I have no idea what will happen to the price in the future. I just know if it ain't in a month, it ain't in 6 months, in a year, it's going to be okay. It's going to come back. This is an absolute revolution. And everyone wants a piece of crypto in one way or another. So just sit back and chill. The market's going to do what it's going to do, and you cannot control it. Can't control it. And staring at the chart certainly isn't going to help. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful Saturday, wonderful weekend. Peace.
That's dope.